All right, it is the night before we harvest this thing. And we've actually got a little bit of rain here, which is uncommon in Northern California this time of year. And in the morning, we'll pull the plant and the wind fence out. And I actually got some heavy equipment this time around just because how big this thing is. So I've got a big old truck with a flatbed and a bigger than I need forklift. Great all. So this thing will lift it in the morning. It's about 10 times the size that I actually need. And because there was a story in the newspaper, we actually have some TV folks that are coming out to watch the process. So yeah, should be fun. Hype it up, why not? There's the stump, crown, and see you in the morning. Let's harvest this thing. Okay, so we are now going to break down the patch, pull down the wind fence, get the plant out of the way, get the irrigation out of the way, and hopefully everything looks good, and then we'll scoop the pumpkin up in the air, take a look, set it on a pallet, and then put it in the back of a truck.
I know it. Hey, you know what? I'm going to have them lift them up because it's such a great photo op, isn't it? So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to want to get pictures of these.
Yeah, big pumpkins. He injected a bunch of water in there.
You'd have to inject a lot of water. It's not no turkey.
Okay, Marcus, I think you're going to talk to Brandon a bit, huh?
So Brandon is the grower of this beast. Brandon, you from Santa Rosa?
Yeah, from Santa Rosa, California.
Representing the North Bay, right here in Sonoma County. Now, do you have a name for this pumpkin?
Yeah, the pumpkin's name is Seymour, after Principal Skinner.
Is it because of the big bald head?
I don't really know why I got named Seymour, to be honest. Actually, I can credit my wife for that.
So Brandon was telling me a fantastic story of bringing this thing down from Sonoma County. So crossing the Golden Gate Bridge during the air show.
That wasn't the hard part.
No, that wasn't even the hard part.
The hard part was being on 19th Avenue, if you know 19th Avenue. Every single bump, I felt them all.
Meanwhile, everybody and their mom's trying to make a TikTok, right?
A lot of pictures, a lot of thumbs up. I was trying to give the thumbs up back, but I was nervous.
All the way from Santa Rosa, right here. Here comes the moment of truth. You got a guess?
Brandon.
Brandon, you got a guess?
Can you anything over
Sure. Sorry. I am the
but I
photographer,
think it should be in that
Sorry.
22, 23.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Brandon Dawson from Santa Rosa. Here we go, my friend.
Yo, out of the way.
2 falls.
Number one on the leaderboard, Brandon. Number one on the leaderboard. Awesome.
All right, are you guys ready? I'm ready too. It's been a long day, but here we go. This is the moment we're waiting for. Travis Ginger of Minnesota, here you go. What do we got? 2471. 2471. Whoa!
6 pounds. 6 pounds.
Current leader by 6 pounds. Travis Ginger from Minnesota. Let him hear it.
California, Brandon Dawson.
Hey, when you grow a 2,400 pound pumpkin, you gotta be happy. But to lose by 6 pounds, you just wish you left it on the vine for just one more day. One more day.
Should have left it on that vine,
All right, so this is the end of the way off, and we got second place, 2,465 pounds, well above what I thought it was going to weigh, and about 120 something pounds above what it estimated, and that was good enough for second place. And the winner won by 6 pounds, which is such a close photo finish, but it's big enough to earn a jacket. It's the second biggest pumpkin grown in California ever, and the biggest pumpkin grown in California this year. So I'm very excited, and now it'll be here at the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival next weekend. So if you happen to be in the Half Moon Bay area, you can come down and see it, as well as I think the top 3 will be on display. All right, so I think that is a wrap on the 2024 pumpkin season. What a wild, wild finish. You know, if you asked me in the beginning of the season when my goals were just to get a grower's jacket, I was thinking, hey, 3 pumpkins around 1,500 pounds, that would be amazing success. And then as that pumpkin just, you know, kept getting bigger and bigger, the back of your mind, you start thinking, well, what is actually possible? And you know, I thought 2,350 was realistic, and then when it went up on the scale and it was 2,465 pounds, I was like blown away. So beyond happy and excited. I mean, basically what would be considered total success. And then when Travis's went up there and was only 6 pounds heavier, I expected it to be quite a bit heavier and just sort of blow it out of the water. You know, but when it was only 6 pounds heavier, that was like, man, it was almost like a bad beat in poker. You know, then your head starts thinking, you know, that's like one day of growth on the vine, even late in the year like this. You know, if I could have pollinated one day earlier, you know, your head starts going down that road. So what was a total success of a season does have a little bit of heartbreak at the end. But, you know, I really can't be disappointed. It was a fantastic year. 4th year growing big pumpkins. To have something as big as, you know, over 2,400 pounds is just incredible. So, you know, at this point, you know, really almost like the 2025 pumpkin season starts as of this point. You know, I'll do some videos in the off season of stuff that I do. So what needs to happen now is a bunch of cleanup work from when we loaded up the 2560 and get it out, get all that stuff out of here. And then I'll put a cover crop down for the winter. I'll do a soil sample to see sort of what nutrients are in the soil after all that pumpkin growth, and then we'll start up fresh and make adjustments from there. So thanks for following along this season. Like I said, I'll keep making videos and things that I do as we start to prepare for next year. But yeah, what a wild ride. And if you are, I think I mentioned it already, but if you are around Half Moon Bay, you can go see more of the big 2465 pumpkin. It'll be on display at the festival this coming weekend, and it'll be there for 2 days, both Saturday and Sunday. So if you're around, go check it out. All right, signing off.
Half Moon Bay for the 52nd Pumpkin Festival and way off. Tomorrow, all eyes turn to Half Moon Bay for the 52nd Pumpkin Festival and way off. And competing in the contest is one North Bay grower who has his sights set on the record.
And it's a mighty big record, too. Today was Harvest Day. John Raymond shows us what it takes to pick a piece of fruit that weighs more than a ton.
Growing a giant pumpkin for the Half Moon Bay Way Off is part art, part science, and a whole lot of luck. And just getting it to the event can be a real leap of faith. It's moving day for the giant pumpkin in Brandon Dawson's Santa Rosa backyard. And the first step is removing the huge network of roots that cover the expansive growing plot.
The whole way that this works is you make this whole 1,000 square foot area one big root zone.
The pumpkin is named Seymour after the uptight Principal Skinner on The Simpsons. But this gigantic gourd isn't just taking up the entire backyard, it's also taken up a lot of Brandon's life. Since planting it as a seed in June, he's averaged more than an hour a day tending to it. It's his fourth attempt, and his entire family is often called into service as well. So does this become kind of a family project?
Yeah, it did. It did, yeah. You know, at first I thought, well, he'll do it 1 year and that'll be it. Well, he's hooked now. And every year they're bigger and bigger and bigger.
In the middle of the season, it grew up to 58 pounds, actually measured 58 pounds a day, which is really, really extreme.
50 pounds a day?
Yeah, exactly. And then right now it's growing somewhere between 3 and 5 pounds a day. So it's come way down on the growth curve.
Now it's time for picking, which isn't easy. With Seymour weighing more than 2,000 pounds, Brandon had to rent an industrial forklift to gently lift it off the ground. They checked for splits or soft spots that could disqualify it from competition.
No soft spots, no big damage. That's the number one important thing.
It's kind of scary.
Because they might drop it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're kind of looking underneath to check it out and everything, and it weighs, you know, like, you know, a couple thousand pounds. I mean, what if the thing fell, you know? So
seeing this big old thing in the air is definitely makes me nervous. I'm so happy to see it down on a pallet. And now the next step is just lifting it into the back of the truck.
But as it settled onto the flatbed, another reminder of the size of Seymour. A loud alarm went off, signaling that the 1.5-ton truck was overloaded.
It says 3,000 pound capacity, and I don't think the pumpkin weighs 3,000 pounds. But it did just tell me that the truck was overloaded. Maybe that's a good omen.
The truth is, they don't actually know how much Seymour weighs. Brandon and veteran grower Andy Martin take measurements of its girth, apply a special pumpkin algorithm, and get an estimate of 2,348 pounds. The state record is 2,497, set last year at Half Moon Bay.
Well, this might be a state record. It might be close to a state record.
Are you a little envious of that?
A little bit, yeah. My personal best is 1,592. This one might be close to 1,000 pounds bigger than that, so. It's crazy to think about.
It's just an estimate, so it could be significantly less than that, or if we're lucky, it could be above that. And if it's above that, we're in that almost neighborhood of the California state record.
Listen, you crumb bums, if you think I'm impressed, I am not.
Obviously, there's no satisfying everyone, but if they can get Seymour to the competition in one piece, they could be giving the big boys a run for their money.
Wow. And yes, apparently botanically, the pumpkin is a fruit.